Welcome traders. Welcome to the live session. We are looking at another trading day coming up later today, FOMC statement, and also early in my zone in the morning. So this is gonna be, I think it's on Thursday. So today is Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow in NOI session. Today there isn't any significant news, so the market is still trending here. And so tomorrow's movement that we can see coming up for unemployment, for federal fund rate, so which is and also the FOMC statement, and that market may prepare for today for any kind of movement that we can see that already it's reflecting on XAUSD market. There was a since morning I was looking at the chart and we had a trade as well. Here this instrument is currently trending. So looking at the moment for potential entry. Welcome. If you guys can hear me, I hope that the stream is doing well, and I'm going to do a full multi-time frame analysis. And before that, would like to see that you guys can hear me. The voice is heard and also is being broadcasted. If you guys can hear me, you can say yes in the live chat. Welcome. Thank you. Yep, all good. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in this live session. Welcome. And we had quite a few members came and new members. Welcome to the academy. Welcome. Thank you. Can hear. All good. Awesome. And this is what you can see that I was looking at daily chart. We will be looking at XAUSD like we do every day, and also we will be looking at British pound US dollar. This instrument trending. I saw that early there was a push back to the upside on GBPUSD. Tomorrow coming up, also after tomorrow, that means that on Thursday, big news coming on GBP, almost 4 in a row. So that will also make GBP absolutely volatile. And with that movement on GBP, we may see that, as you can see, this market in fact started pretty strong bullish momentum here. And with that move from the weekly after back-to-back 2 pin, but the market opened with a gap and immediately had a bounce. And that bounce with this support level here, the market managed to break out, and we could see that British pound US dollar potentially be trending to the upside here. So with that in mind, if we look at first, let's understand what's happening with gold. This instrument is in a crazy trend that I would say. It's a very good currently bullish trend, and it's already has broken out of the structure, and we can expect now some opportunity coming very soon. We will be looking for the levels that we can trade once everyone is ready for trading today as well, like every day. Now here is, we can see this is the 4-hour chart that I'm looking at. A strong impulse, and it might create a bullish channel here and may continue to rise potentially to the upside here to that level. And with that in mind, what we can see that from the lower time frame, if you look at the daily chart here, you can see this is the daily price section, where daily bullish candle followed by, we can see there is a, this is a daily a big bull candle followed by narrower, smaller, today so far another bullish candle. Now Let's look at first of all multi-time frame analysis to see that where potentially the market be heading. This is the weekly price action. You can see it created a higher low and then immediately has got a rejection from this support level to the upside on XAUSD. Looking at monthly, we can see that from monthly from the support level had a complete break back to the upside weekly as well. We can see that pretty strong bullish move. The price has broken above this weekly resistance line, and as a trend continuation pattern, we might see now XAUSD potentially moving back up, and we might see even a higher high formation here. So from the weekly also we can see the market is in fact currently trending, and we might see that the price to potentially trend back to the upside to create a higher high. Now looking at daily, here is what you can see from the daily perspective here. This is the daily back to back, three important daily higher low formation here, a bullish engulfer followed by a daily candle. Now today's price action, we can see that from this support level it made a big daily move, and any pullback in this market at the moment is where we can look for potential buying opportunity in this market. So therefore lower time frame price action that we will be looking for potential pullback and then to trend back again to the upside to create a new higher high. So this is a bullish engulfer followed by a daily bull candle here. So looking at the 4-hour chart here, where you can see the lower time frame from the 4-hour, this is where the move, there is a narrow doji here, another move. So it's a one very important point that would like to see guys here on XAUSD is the starting from here, there is a very important clue to look at, and I really want you to guys pay attention to that. Now price action trading is the real trading. Okay, so if you know that, you're gonna find a huge edge in the market. Why? Because trading is simple. The only thing that you need is an edge, because either you buy or sell, even with one-on-one with a bunch of trades, you ultimately go to the profit. You ultimately make money over time. But once you understand the price action trading secret, once you understand that when the market truly giving you a real trade, you can easily start to move. You can find best trade, and that is price action trading. Now if you look at here, from here, there is a very important point that we can note down. Now once you understand that point, you know that in what situation you should be opening a position with a high probability setup. Now I'd like to ask as a question in this live session. Welcome, thank you, good morning, hi all, happy, hello everyone. Now what's that point? Can anyone spot that in this market from here? This is the 4-hour chart. What is that important point that you can note down or understand or clue that will give you a huge probability for this market to trade, and that's a big edge in the market? Anyone has any idea? What's that clue that we need to look at? See how many traders here. Break and retest. Okay, so break and retest. From here, no, there is no break or retest that you can see. It's a complete bullish move. No idea. Okay. No idea, also in an idea. All right. So when we look at trend, keep in mind, guys, this is a very important information. When you look at a market is trending, when you look at the trend in the market, in an uptrend, 15-minute chart, we are looking at 4 hour. So let's break up structure. No, still not there isn't any break up structure here. It's a full upside trend. Wait for pullback into support, refresh order block, then look for buys. That's a generalized that I would say, but it's a good point. This is what the best way to trade. Waiting for a pullback, break up structure, and then from the order block to buy. Waiting for the price to 3 and then buy again. Okay. All right. Let's debunk that. Here in this area that we are looking at, if you look at from here, when we look at a market in an uptrend, always keep in mind, guys, we look for series of higher low. That's a very important point, because in an uptrend, series of higher low is important. You'll see that higher high can be like that, okay, but higher low is smooth. And if you look at that 4 hour move from here, what do you see? That starting from here, every candle creating series of, except this doji, it's a very narrow doji, and that's why you see big move happen here, and then it's still maintaining that series of higher low. That's a very, very important point. That means that anytime the price is coming to this support level, anytime in this specific time frame, you might see a different picture in different time frame. We are talking about the 4 hour support. Now if the market at any point break this series of higher low, that's a very important point that we can look for potential trading opportunity, right? So this is the key. That's an edge. And if you know that when to enter in this kind of location with a bigger profit target, with a tight risk means tight, I wouldn't say tight stop loss, because if you put too much tight stop loss, you're gonna stop out most of the time. Tight risk, okay? So tight risk, tight stop loss is different. We think that tight risk means tight stop loss. No. You can risk 1% and you can keep a wider stop loss. You can keep 5% risk or 10% risk. Also, you can keep a wider stop loss, tighter stop loss, difference. So with that being said, if we look at here in this area, in this lower time frame, now you can see this is the, now we found that 4 hour support, which is support here. This is the 4 hour support. And with that 4 hour support, the market may start to move from any of this level, but this is that extreme level here, that if the market drop to that level, it's a very good area that we can look for potentially a great entry, but it may not come that far. This is a benchmark that we can look at. Also, this is 1 hour 20 EMA, also 1 hour support. Now going to the lower time frame here, this is where a zone, it's also an order block. You can see here in the past, from here the market made big this trending move. Now the prices still can come back here with a big spike or a couple of candles down and then testing it and bouncing back up. So this is the zone that you will be looking for possible entry opportunity in this market, and that's where the market is. That's where the potential trading opportunity. Now it may come here and started to move back up again from this level or any of this zone because it's an uptrend. And in this such a strongly uptrend, definitely we will not be looking for any kind of selling opportunity, though we could see that much of drop or may not. But trading with the trend is the most advanced strategy that one can use. Thank you. Welcome. Dollar yen. Please, people, please find some other way to. Okay, thank you very much. 15 minutes of probability. Okay, thank you very much. There's a fair value gap. Yep, absolutely. Great to be here. Welcome. Thank you. Cool. Now what you can see here in that area, that this is a the moving from here with a stronger momentum, and with this, as the market is approaching those long wick candles here in that area, what we can see, the market is from this support level here trying to create a structure formation, and in this area that's where the price is giving that probability for. Now we want to see the market has done enough pullback, and then we can look for that entry. At the moment you can see it's in a sideways 5-minute chart, and thank you, welcome. What we can see, if you look at the 30 minutes, this is a very key level of support, and would like to see the market drop to that level and then to bounce back up. So we are seeing that here in this area. So we need to readjust that screen. Okay, so that being said, join the stream later today, but well, it's okay. Sometime we all get late. I would like to say few followers. No, that's okay. You know, in the academy, we have members from many years here, and you know, our goal in the academy is to provide education in trading, and as well as the trading tool. Some of the tools that many of you found here I get a regular feedback, and we have developed some of the best tool out there, along with the indicators as well as automated system. Now trading is difficult, okay, and at the same time it is easy. It depends on how you use, how you know that what's your emotional, how resilient you are emotionally is very important. Now if you look at traders, the professional traders, you'll find few, not many. Why? Because traders' careers are short-lived. It's also a very important point to look at. You know why? Because when we started to trade, especially in the beginning, there's a lot of what I would say that roller coaster that a trader goes through. Sometimes being very optimistic that it's gonna, you're gonna do a lot, and then sometimes becoming completely pessimistic that it's not gonna work. That is a big struggle for especially beginner traders. Not being able to understand actually how to trade and what you can expect from trading, and especially in the beginning what to expect. Right. That's a very important point. We'll be discussing in this live session as well to understand it. Now here what we can see in this area, there's a long wick, quite a few, and if you guys look at it, you can see this is quite a few long wick here, and getting some rejection from this level. And here with this couple of long wick candle in that area, the market slowly started to break above this level. Now to find an entry, as you can see, after this structure formation, it just has broken back to the upside, and with this big move, you can see it's a pretty clean move back to the upside, and currently it's slowly, you can see it's a move and expecting a pullback and then to return back again to the upside. So if we look at the move here on the lower time frame, it's started to move again back to in the major direction of the trend. So looking at daily, here is what we can see, that from the daily, this is the daily price action. Now from the daily, as more often when I'm opening position, I look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame is where we can see it's not a higher time frame, neither the lower time frame. So if we look at the daily chart here, we can see that how the market structure is being formed in that area. So looking at 15 minutes after quite a few long wick rejection, it has made a bullish move in that area. So at the moment, with that move, what we can see, the price is, you can see it's again trending back to the upside. So any pullback is where we can look for entry. That's the key. Aiming for highs here. Thank you. 3340. That's bearish. Welcome. Please keep good work going. No, that's okay. We need to give everyone a chance to talk, isn't it? That's okay. No comment is a bad comment. Okay. Look, there are, as I mentioned, trading is hard. Okay. And I know that because when I begin, I know how it is difficult. The most important part as a trader is to become trader by learning the risk management. Okay. And there is a lot of, we have at least 10 channel following us, more than 10, with almost the same name with us. So some comments created to the members in the academy, they know how we are trading at the moment. We had early today a big trade on our day trading, and also we had our trading tool running in. So these results, we don't hide anything, we just display all of them in the live account. So if you guys look at it, you can see this is our current trade early today that I was sent in the VIP group, and from that level you can see XAUSD. This is a live trade that was sent out in the group, and you can see it's exactly entry, stop loss, take profit, target, and we close to it 55p, but it moved in that direction. And you can see that the level that was sent out, exactly from that level, the market has made a big move to the upside. So these are the real trade was sent out in the group. Okay, so because when you see that the performance is going up, there will be always some kind of those who really want to make it. So our focus here, my focus, everyone's focus in the academy, is to help the members in the academy to learn to trade, and that's what we're doing every single day. If you guys look at the chat group, and we have 2 different groups, and also regular Zoom classes, the educational posts that are being posted in that channel, and all the members. This is the academy where the members are open to share their opinions, their charts. They can send their profit loss in the group so that others can understand that what is the current trading situation. So which is very important for learning, because what I think that if you just get the education but you are not seeing the real trade that being traded, that you won't be able to learn, right? That is why the real trade is being posted in the group. You guys also sharing your trading results in the group, and that's how combining a group that learning to trade properly. And for those who have joined already in the academy, you can see our trading tools, how they are working, strategy, how they are working, and there are more coming very soon. If you guys want to stay connected, also you can find the link below this video for the Telegram. You can join there for more updated, and there are regular updates will be coming along with the trade ideas, trading tools that we are preparing every single day. And more importantly, learning to trade and becoming an independent trader is very important. Welcome. Thank you. The best lesson I learned from so far live streaming is patience. Yes, that is a very key point. Okay, and this live session is a great way to learn to be patient, and which is the number 1 criteria to become a better trader. If you want to be a better trader, then must learn to be patient. All right, so let's keep our screen with the gold and bringing the next one on the screen for what I saw, the GBPUSD trending very nicely, and here you can see XAUSD, there is a clean bounce, so we'll be waiting for that deeper pullback here. Now looking at here on British Pound US Dollar, you can see this is the GBPUSD, and there is a huge bounce. Also, if you look at the daily chart, you can see from here, from this support level, there is a clean move back to the upside, and with that bounce, currently the market is trending in that direction. And here lower time frame will be also waiting for a pullback, and on GBPUSD, and once we see, this is a very currently overextended to the upside, which is trending, and any deeper pullback is where you will be looking for potential buy in this market. So looking at here, once we see the market has come back for a deeper pullback, we will be looking to go long, and as soon as you will find that that entry in this market. So this is the lower time frame here, a big move, expecting that deeper pullback on GBPUSD. Once we see that pullback, that's where we will be looking for going long in this market. Well, we can see that XAUSD is still maintaining that upside bias here, which is now a big move so far from this support level. And 15 minutes, we can see that the candle closing in 3 minutes time, this 15 minutes candle, and after that there will be before the 1 hour close, there will be one more 15 minutes. Then if we see that the next one is coming for a pullback, we might be able to look for entry along this area here. So this is currently, you can see it's a clean uptrend, and when you see that kind of uptrend, our goal is to look for that the market to potentially be coming for a pullback, and then to enter as soon as we find that. Thank you. Hoping we will give away. Yes, stay connected till the end. Will be like every session that we do. This might be for very limited time, and then once we get enough member, might be need to close for some period of time, but the session as well as the live session will keep going. So keep learning and keep growing as a trader. That's the key points here. Thank you. Okay, so with that being said, if we look at on this is where the 4 hour from here, big move. Now any drop back to that support level, okay, so you can see this is a support level, and in that support level that we can see that the market coming here and then to returning back to the upside. So as soon as we will find that, we can look for that entry. So today's few trades that we can see, that we can bring that on. Some of the trade that we opened is where, if you guys look at, it's key that when we open position, especially when you are trading with any highly volatile instrument, it's essential that always keep your risk managed. Now if you guys look at some of the trade that I opened early today in this live account, you see that the stop loss and take profit target that you can see clearly. Now those winning trades, that the stop loss, if you look at, you can see it's a tighter stop loss. Now just putting a tighter stop loss is not only that enough. You need to have a clear risk management plan according to the strategy, right? So when you look at a market that is trending, trade with the trend, place the stop loss, and risk management is, as I mentioned, is the key. And this is what I do in my trading every single day when I'm opening position, doing proper risk management. Now this trade, you can see with the date is today, opened with a comparatively smaller risk, smaller account, but we can be able to find better opportunity now in this session to grow that account. And it's essential that we always look for a market that is trending, and that is the core in my strategy, trading with the trend, finding better setup, and then so that you are not risking big, always doing the tight, smaller risk, bigger profit target. That's the key, right? So probably guys have seen that and enjoying this live session. Make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So now you guys see the live account, so give a thumbs up, and let's trade in the real trading with the real strategy, with risk management, and then trading with the trend, right? So do you have a strategy in your trading? You can let us know in the live chat. Do you trade with the trend also? Now let's look at here what's happening in this market. Did you guys like this stream, and also have you subscribed to the channel? We'll do that here in this live session to find the best trade. Now you can see after this 15 minutes move here, it's now trying to potentially, here you see that pullback, and with that pullback expecting that the market to potentially come down here, grab the liquidity, and then to bounce back up. So here with this move, what I think we might see, because there is a big bounce breakout, so we may see this is the 4-hour level, wanting to see this coming to that 4-hour support. And once we see the market tested the 4-hour support, we may be able to find potential bullish opportunity in this market. So we'll see that here any deeper pullback, and where the market is coming from that level, we can look for that potential entry opportunity. So you can see here with this movement, expecting for the price to come back here, grab the liquidity, and then to potentially bounce back to the upside. So here this is a lower time frame. That move is important to see that it's coming down. Okay, so here it's trying to we see that from this support trying to bounce back to the upside. And what I think that because it start to drop, it may come down here potentially. Because it's an uptrend, I'm not going to look for any sell, but we might see that here potentially to come back for short-term drop, and that short-term drop is where we may be able to find potential trading opportunity. So let's look at here in that area, and as soon as you will find that, you will be looking into that. We'll be looking to see that for the market to come here, retest, and you can see it's coming potentially to test the order block. All right, we'll be waiting for that further. But I think that it might come for a deeper liquidity gap, or it may start to bounce again from that level. Okay, here we can see the price slowly let's see the 1 hour again. We have 5 minutes to go for this candle to close. We'll be waiting for this 4-hour candle to drop below, and then where we will be able to find that potential entry. So what we can see that lower time frame move, and then to here in this area, wanting to see the market to come back below. So we saw that drop and again pushing back to the upside in that area. So 15 minutes, a big bull candle. The price just tested this previous resistance turning support, and where from this previous resistance turn support would like to see the market to potentially trending back again to the upside. Now here with this previous resistance turn support, we can see that a breakout, and would like to see that a deeper liquidity gap, and then where we can look for possible entry. Better to drop. Screen black. Okay, thank you for sharing. No problem. Always welcome. Yeah, thank you. This is going to end, so which is just for take. We have some member already added in the academy, so this might go back to the original, but at the moment I think it's still there. Okay, so if you guys wanting to join the academy, you can find link below this video, but this might not remain the same. It might go up, as we have some tools and strategy in the academy that the members are enjoying every day. So we are getting a really good positive feedback in trading. Here we are doing the real trading, as you have seen that in the real market. So learn to trade is not easy, and here we have everything to help the members. So focusing on the current existing members so that they can learn. So new member might be close very soon joining, but it's still open, so you might close for new members for some period of time, not always. You guys will have again will be able to join, but at the moment for the existing members, because we have members who were here for from the beginning, who some of them are very profitable, but still I see that sharing their charts and education in the group, which is helping others, which is really good to see that trading is, we have to have that community, and being a trader alone is not easy, right? Because it's very different kind of business, that when you being trading by yourself, it's not gonna be easy. So it is very good idea is to have a community that you can share what's happening, how you can get benefit from it. So here we can see on the lower time frame, this is the a breakout here. I was expecting further drop, but you see it just has made its move back to the upside, and we see 4-hour close coming in 1 hour, and the market is here still showing that bullish trend. We'll be waiting for, again, we want to see further deepen in this pullback. After back-to-back 2 dodges, the market managed to bounce here, and this is the 5 minutes candle closing, which is showing a full body green candle, which is basically a sign of further continuation. So patience is key. We will be waiting for that the market to show here proper entry, and then we will be entering into the trade. Now this is the link here, you can see on the lower time frame. So this is a 30 minutes candle closed, expecting here for a move back down and then return back up again. So there's 30 minutes candle closed. So you can see here with this candle closed, and also the 1 hour big bull candle. So you can see the market here showing with a big move and slowly pushing back to the upside. Looking forward to have a move back to the upside here. So it's still maintaining the downtrend. Would like to see a liquidity grab, then we can look for that potential entry. Yeah, thank you. You don't pull back. Should we buy? Just become member, sir. What next for me? Do I go through all the videos and education? Yes. The first step is to focus on the risk management and then learn the strategy and keep eye on the regular updates, education and trade alert, as well as you can share any charts or anything that you have question in the group. There will be regular classes as well, so you can participate on that. All the trading tool information you can find in your dashboard on the website. So it's a complete way to become a better trader. I think they made the best decision. The only thing that I can't give is the control on your trading account that you have to keep. Here everything, all the trading tools, strategy, risk management, mentoring, regular updates. So you have complete beginner to advanced 2-layer courses along with regular live trades where you can compare your education, how the strategy is being applied. And trading tools is to support you in the beginning as well as when you are advanced trader to smooth your strategy, because that's how you can speed up your growth, account growth, as well as learning process. So this is where also it is important that when you started to trade fully, there will be some challenges coming. Like sometime you might completely misunderstand the trade and then risking big, going in a big drawdown. That's where one must work on to minimize that so that you can have your career longer as a trader, because unless you master trading psychology, no strategy will work. So it is important that always, guys, focus on mastering the trading psychology. And it's also important to know that what is in fact a trading psychology. How can you develop that trading psychology is also important. So to develop trading psychology, you need to know that, let's say you have a back-tested strategy, and now in the back test you get a great results, you see that it's working, but when you are trading, for example, it's not working. So now where is the gap? Probably you are closing the trade early, or maybe you are not trading in the right time, or maybe you are not applying the strategy properly. So these are the areas that when you are developing the trading psychology, you need to work on so that you are not going out of control or from that zone. So these are the key areas that you need to look at when you are trading based on a strategy. And in your dashboard you will find separate lesson for trading psychology, separate lesson for beginner, separate lesson for advanced strategy, and also you can see that risk management tools are there. You can find all information. Some of the tools probably you need to ask the admin to give you indicators, automated, some of the tools that we have. So everything depending on how much you want to give effort, and the only thing you need to make sure that you are not quitting, sticking to the long enough to become a better trader, right? Trading is needed. If you become dedicated enough, that's where you started to grow as a trader. You need to be very, very determined to become a successful trader. Are you determined? Okay, so here lower time frame price action. After moving back to the upside, we can see there's a pullback. Now this kind of pullback I will still not be trading, because I would like to see that it has come back here to the 4-hour support. Daily price action showing highly bullish here, and looking at the lower time frame from the 15 minutes, we can see that this is where the market coming to a very important support here. So from here, we may see that break of this support here. If we see that break of this support here, that's where we will be looking for possible entry. It may continue to rise from here. Will still not be going anywhere from that level. So slowly it's trying to push back to the upside here. So we can see that this is the zone that we might see for the price to come back to the 4-hour support. We want to trade from a very important area of value so that we can have a big edge in the market. If it moving from here, I wouldn't still be entering, because this is the support that we'll be looking to see for better high probability trade setup. We can see that there is a bullish price action in that area, so it may respect that level, could trend back up, but I will be waiting for further drop, and that's where it may come back here or may not. But if it is coming, that's where we will be getting better entry. The 1-hour price action, where if we look at the 4-hour, So we can see that from the 1 hour chart with the candle closed, with this candle closed, the market has made its big move, and at the moment this is a from the 15 minutes we can see that it's a clean bullish market structure. It is good idea to wait for a break of a structure. This is not a key level, this is a trending market, and if we look at here you can see this is a move, pullback, another move, so it's trending. It didn't break from the structure yet. Now daily price action looks very aggressively bullish. There is a pure imbalance in that area. So if you look at the resistance, this is some of the levels that we can see had a clean imbalance, and with that imbalance here on the lower time frame on XAUSD, expecting for the market to possibly to moving back to the upside here. See the lower time frame, so we can see the market is maintaining that series of higher low, wanting to see that it's breaking below. Looking at now 30 minutes time frame, multi-time frame, looking at multi-time frame is very important to see that the overall direction. This is a 30 minutes bullish engulfer has crossed this resistance completely. Now this is another 30 minutes support where the market is we will be waiting for deeper drop. Yeah, so a drop, a break of a structure is what we are looking to see, so that we can find an entry. Now when we see the break of a structure, we would like to see a clean move. Okay, so that means that one single drop to a key level or to an important support level, and then that's where you will be able to find entry. This is the market structure looks very bullish, so we will keep that trend line drawn here. So this is a important support, a trend line, and in that trend line if you look at here you can see this is a support level. From that support, what we are expecting it to break well below and then to trend again in the direction. We're waiting for the market to possibly break from that support and then to potentially move back to the upside here. If we look at here again, this is the trend line. Would like to see that the market is breaking from the trend line. Once we see the market has broken from the trend line, we are looking to enter a trade from the trend line. So it's still maintaining a bullish trend. There is no breakup structure yet. Okay, so we see some possible breakup structure is being shown, and in that zone wanting to see the market to break from that structure and then to return in the main direction of the trend. The market is currently potentially is preparing for a lower time frame break. Now this is also an important strategy that we can look at when we are looking at the market, is to find a level or the trend line that you want to see that break, and then waiting for that to happen. Because until you have a plan, it sometimes might get confusing to see exactly how the market potentially be doing. So with that trend line, here what we are expecting it to break from that level, the trend line to break, and then to possibly to trend again from the trend line. Now volume is important when we are looking at. If you look at here, you can see sometimes the market creates a very smaller candle. When it creates this kind of smaller candle, is to wait for it to complete that sideways movement and then started to trend again. And if you look at here, you can see that on British pound US dollar, the 5 minutes time frame on GBPUSD, it was a big move, and then the price started to move in a sideways here on GBPUSD. And with that sideways movement, as if you look at the 4 hour here, what we can see that in this 4 hour time frame, British pound US dollar has made a big move from this level, from this support level, a big bull move. And with that big bull move, there was here with this big bull move very narrow smaller pullback. And this market, we might be able to find bullish entry as daily chart. From here you can see it's a clean impulse back to the upside on the daily time frame, and from the lower time frame GBPUSD is, these are some of the key levels that we can look at for the market to break and then to potentially be trending again. So GBPUSD, we will be waiting for also a break from the structure before we look for entry. Now here, this instrument is in a very strong uptrend, and when the market in an uptrend, we only think of buying. You'll see that, guys, more often, I'd repeat those things which I say that the beginner or the fresh mindset always to look at the chart from a completely fresh perspective, because the market, the chart is changing every moment, and when the chart is changing, it is always a good idea to look at the chart from a very fresh perspective, which I say that beginner mindset. And when you look at the chart from a beginner mindset, you started to see that every time a new pattern in the chart. Every time you can see a new pattern in the chart. And because the chart is changing constantly, like that everything's changing around constantly, chart also changing constantly. And the reason is sometime, when we sit down in front of our trading desk, we see a market that we decide to go long, and then waiting 30 minutes, 1 hour, still may remain biased to long, But in the last 5 minutes, you could see the market structure completely changed. It formed a reversal pattern and the market fully ready for a reverse. So this is where to look at completely always from a fresh perspective in the market. So with that being said, here on the 1 minute on XAUUSD, this is a trend line, all right, so forming series of higher low, and would like to see that it is breaking from that structure, and once it breaks from the structure, that's where we will be able to look for that buying opportunity. Now it's on the key level in the key resistance line, and there was a big move early today so far. If you look at the daily, this is the daily opening here that we have drawn the support. Quite a few lines here, you might get confuse you, but with that daily level, so this is the 5-minute chart here. You can see lower time frame, a doji formation, with this couple of long wick. Would like to see a complete break and then to come back below. And with this multiple long wick candle formation, okay, so quite a few 1 minute candles in a line. This is a consolidation here. And that's where you could see that break of structure. 4-hour chart here, this is a support, and yeah, so if we see a complete break below, especially coming to this support, we can look for buying opportunity from those areas. Yeah, there might be a break of structure here. Possibly we see some break below. So with a long wick candle here, having this is a very interesting structure at the moment. So the market, what we can see in this area, that this is a consolidation. We may see from here a possible break, that waiting to see that, and this is a previous order block here. Now with that break, as 4-hour close coming in 25 minutes time, before the candle close, if we see a drop, that will be a very good area that we can look for buying. Getting some rejection from the top. Waiting for that potential break below. Okay, this is 5 minutes candlestick pattern, and with the 5 minutes candlestick pattern, there is a long wick rejection. Looking at the 15 minutes and 5 minutes, where big bounce, and there is a breakup structure you can see here. So let's delete the lines again, refreshing the chart. This is the 1 hour. After this 1 hour price action, these are levels that we can see that possibly for the market to come before the candle close. There is a long wick rejection, so it may come here. From the 4 hour, if we look at this support is important. This is a big gap here though, almost 100 pip gap, 87 pip. Now looking at the 1 hour chart, we may not see that deeper drop here. But if it come back here before the close, because there is a reversal pattern formation, but as this the trend up, so we will not be opening any trade in the sell side against the trend. We will be waiting for it to break well below for any trade in the direction of the trend. Go to the 50-minute chart, pull back, then right 823400. See that if I got out 3400, okay, thought on retesting 1 hour 20 EMA. I think we might test them impulse to all the way to 2425 level. 2425 level. 2425 level. There's no 2425. 3425, you mean? So here with the head and shoulder formation in this area, with this head, left shoulder, right shoulder, we can see the market is here before the 4-hour close, waiting to see that it's coming here for a retest, so that we can look for possible buy entry as this market is trending. Okay, we see that drop. Now we see that support. Look at the 1 hour, it's almost has come back to the 1 hour support, where there is a doji. Now so there's a 1 hour bullish engulfer, 1 minute, and so looking at the 4-hour chart here, showing that bullish, and 15 minutes there was significant move. We may be able to place an order. First, let's see how the market is reacting here. This is the 30 minutes price action. If you look at the gap here, is 68 pip. This is the candle that has broken below and getting a reaction to the upside. So we have seen the breakup structure here. Now with this breakup structure, (30 minutes), again lower time frame. So we'll be placing a buy trade here from this level to the upside, and the stop loss will be below this low. It will be around 70 pip stop loss. Now risk management is very important, so expecting it to revert back up 2 times the profit target. I'll not be using pending order because we don't know how long it might go and return again. So we will be entering the market order, but there is no hurry. We can do the proper risk management is the key. The stop loss little below this low so that we have a little gap here, and you're looking for the stop loss here at 3387.07, and TP target here we see some downside, so which will give us some extra edge. 3410.24. So this is the setup here, and with only that very little risk per trade. So I've opened buy here. It's running currently, buy trade, and I've opened in my account, expecting a potential move back to the upside here. So the market is here. We saw the breakup structure, running a bullish trade, and so there's a 4-hour closing. (15 minutes) candle closed. So we open from an important support level. Now expecting it to, with the candle close, for the market to potentially trend. So 30 minutes candle is so very tight stop loss, and so I'm also running key here is to keep the risk low. So that wanting to see that it's breaking back to the upside, and then to give us possible move, and it's important that we keep always the risk managed. You see that all my trade that I open with proper risk management. If the market goes down, I have stop loss, I have done the proper risk management. I might be have a smaller risk, and here not one trade but multiple trade is the key. So if the market goes against me, I will have a smaller risk, but when it goes with me, then I take a bigger profit target. That's how the real trading is, regardless of anything. So you can always stay ahead, right? So that is the key. So we are running little profit here. If you're enjoying the live session, guys, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribing to the channel if you haven't done yet. So it's just moving back to the upside here potentially, and with that movement we see some improvement in the move, and so I have some running profit going on here. So we'll be also keeping ready to close if needed with the if needed. If there is a good spike, we will be closing with the profit, and I will give I'll close in front of all of you guys to see that it's giving us that profit hit. Or if we close running profit, then I will give you guys will see that in this live session. First, this is the third trade that I have taken in today. Early today we had a big trade on VIP also. I'm running around, you guys can see that $40, $45, $50 profit in live, and let it push back to the upside. We may run full TP or we may run partial TP. Are you guys with me? Give a thumbs up now. Say yes if you can see on the live trade in the live account. And that's how trading is. If you want to learn the strategy also, you can join us today. Today is the last day that you can see the 95% off joining the academy. Tomorrow it might go back to the original level, as we might be pausing the new membership registration for some period of time, so that we can focus on the existing members to teach this strategy that I am trading. Now 4-hour closing in 10 minutes, and let's see that what it is trying to do here. If it is trending or it just grabbing liquidity. So here we see a bounce. From this bounce, let's wait to see the market what it is trying to do. 30 minutes price action, there is a big long week candle, and it's trying to come back down again. Would like to see that it's going back up to the direction of the trend. Okay, we see that improvement, which is good to see that it's trying to push back to the upside. If it isn't, no problem. If we see that not a very strong push, then we can take whatever we have. If we see that there is a possibility for return. It's ranging here. So we're at entry. So we've traded with the trend. The rest you need to leave with the market, what it wants to do. We are again at entry, and now there is a candle close coming in very short time. We have entered in the profit zone again, and so when the market goes in a sideway, now if it's not showing a very strong bullish, we may be able to see what we have traded in the direction of the trend. Okay, so it's in my entry. So there is a 4-hour close, and that is where If you look at the 30 minutes price action, we can see there is a 15 minutes. So with this 1 minute, there will be one more candle before the 4-hour close. If you look at the 1 hour, there is a doji from the 1 hour, and so no 1 hour candle closed. Okay, more possibility to bounce back up again. So we just crossed our entry, and there's a 4-hour close also. You can see a bounce. So it entered into the profit zone. Would like to see, I think there might be a potentially an upside here, and the candle closed. So you're running some profit here, and bringing it back here. So this is the current PNL. Now what we could do, we'll be waiting for one more bounce. Catching some profit is important to see. If it is not going very in our favor, we will be able to close, but not in loss. As you can see, it's running in profit at the moment, and because there's a candle close, we don't want to do too much of it. So let it first bounce back up. Crossing the previous high will be an important zone that we can look for the profit hit. I might give a shout out as soon as I'll take the profit. First, let it potentially bounce back up here, and come on, it might just grab more liquidity here. Let's wait to see. Might need to go. Okay, so I'd like to see that it's being able to break that high. The 1 hour chart looking at. Okay, scratching back up. So here so looking at to see we can see some bullish move again, and we'll be closing as soon as we find suitable position here, closing because it's still showing bullish. And trend is important. Okay, so I'm leaving it here still. All right, so moving back to the upside here, and that bounce is important to look at here. We can see that we would like to see that a bigger bounce here, and so that we can take that profit. And I will give a shout out as soon as I will close. You guys will see that. Okay, we see that bounce, which is good to see in one direction. Would like to see the previous highs is exits, so that we have enough move in that direction. And now it's heading to the upside. Now the key, the resistance level needs to be broken so that it can push back to the upside here. If it is not being able to break, then we might need to exit. Come on. I'd like to see a trend. Right, we see some upside. A bounce is important. Okay, we can see that the market is heading back, and that is where there is a smaller candle is being created, which is a sign of possible move back to the upside. I'm still holding it as long as it's trending in the direction. I'm happy to hold it. Okay, the bias looks to be that still bullish, holding it. Putting pressure on the resistance, so still possibility for upside. If you guys enjoying the live session, make sure you give a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Live analysis, live trade, educational content. Join the Telegram channel for updated education promotion. More often we take members from the free Telegram channel to the VIP channel in the academy for learning purpose, for education, and also to give access to the lifetime. So if you stay in the free Telegram channel, where you will be able to see that the education posting for free, as well as updates on when it is available in the VIP academy to join. If you want to become a professional trader, here we have everything. So you can see smaller candle is being created, which is a sign that the market may potentially bounce back to the upside. So I'm holding it still for this possible move back to the upside. Now here we don't want to see that suddenly a breakup structure. Instead, would like to see a possible move back to the upside. Okay, I'm going out with this trade. I'm exiting because it's not getting enough strength. So we may see bounce, but we may see again another return. So I'm out with the trade. I have taken the profit. You guys have seen that because you can see it may now come for, you can see it's start to break below again. Don't want to again to come back here. So this resistance is getting tough for the buyers to break. It might need deeper liquidity. It may drop further and then could bounce back up. So I'm out with the trade. We'll be waiting to see further confirmation. That is where you can see the market in this lower time frame. It's preparing for a possible liquidity grab. While we can see the GBPUSD after this 15 minutes candle, this is consolidating here. So GBPUSD also might be preparing for another bounce, while on gold it has dropped well below from the 1 hour support. And looking at here, if the market coming here from the 1 hour, again we will be able to enter position here. And that's where you can see the market from that long wick. So here our reader trade, as you can see, it is struggling to break the low. So high, we might see that deeper pullback here in this market. So that is where, if you guys look at, you can see the market is when it is struggling to that resistance, it might come for if you look at the 1 hour, let's delete all this line to understand it. Now this is the 1 hour doji. It may now potentially come back, even break this low and then return back again with another bullish move. So it may do that here. It may come back well below here and then to return back again. So the price may try to break this low and then form potentially a 1 hour bullish candle that crossed that low and went back up to fill that wick. That could be the potentially a wave here. So with that being said, guys, another successful trading day. We have completed another successful trading day. We're waiting for tomorrow coming up FOMC, and we'll be trading in this live session again. And I would like to see you there, guys, again trading live in that FOMC. In the meantime, in this NY session, any trade also, I will still be active and will be sharing in the group if you are there. And we'll see that, guys. Thanks for joining the live session. It was a great session with all of you. I hope that you enjoyed this live session. You have seen the real trade in the real account, and I would like to see you again together. Until that, everyone, stay happy, stay well. Full TP looks like continuation. Yeah, at least we had the TP. That's the key here. Okay, trading with the trend is key. Okay, that's the most important part of becoming a trader, is to trade knowing the direction of the trend and then trade with the trend. Stay connected, and every day we will be trading together until you become professional, profitable trader. Until that, stay well, stay happy. We'll see you again together.